Today's guest is Wael Saeed, who is a certified mental health coach through Jay Shetty, and his specialty is helping people to see the bright side from the darkness and live life more mentally healthy. So, Wael, thank you very much for coming on. How are you doing today?
Yes, I want to thank you for having me today. It's my honor to be coached by you in your own podcast. To be honest, that is my first experience to be coached in a podcast, so I'm so excited for that, and it's my honor, man.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to have you here. So, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your business and your coaching journey and how you got to do what you're doing right now?
Yes, for me, I'm a certified mental and emotional health coach. I'm graduated from Jay Shetty certification school 6 months back, and I started my journey with coaching business. You can say maybe 3, 4 months back. I'm new in that journey, and especially in that journey that I chose being a coach, especially mental health coach, because I want to help people to train or to create that kind of mindset. How can you see your own bright side from your own darkness? Whatever it is that you're going through in your life, going through depression, going through stress, fear, and anxiety. So how can you train your mind to see the bright side from that darkness? And also, I'm just using that kind of tool with myself as a coach. We are as a coaches that we work on ourselves more and that inner work or the self-coaching thing. That's why. But when we come to the business part, to be honest, I don't have that big experience about that new business, which is coaching and this kind of stuff. So that's why I'm looking forward to order to understand more about coaching business and the business in general. Because you know what, we are freelancers and we are creating our own business by ourselves. That's why.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's part of what you sign up for to be in this. So 110%. So why don't you break it down for us? Like, what is it that you're facing inside of your business right now, that is a challenge or a problem?
To be honest, the big challenge for me now because I'm at the beginning of my journey from coaching, so I'm working two jobs now. As a full-time job, I'm working as a banker here in Dubai. I'm working for about 9 hours shift, and you can say total from 10 to 11 hours. And then I dedicated the other time for my sleeping and my living, and also about from that time for my part-time job, which is coaching. And to be honest, the big challenge for me now, how can I make that balance between the full-time job and the part-time job financially? Because the full-time job, which is provide for me that tool of money, which is help me to cover that need, eat and food and all this kind of stuff. For me, as a part-time job for coaching, because I'm a new in coaching, to be honest, in that journey. And and yes, I'm just trying to understand more in order to cover myself financially in that part, in order to dedicate all my time for coaching only. That's why.
Got it. So to what degree is this like a tactical problem for you? Like to know the strategies and the things you need to do in order to make this transition.
To be honest, as a blockage or something that can maybe hold me back from that thing, which is maybe managing my time more, and in order to find the right balance between the full time and the part time. And how can I find the new tools or new techniques in order to support myself more financially, and especially in that part, which is the part-time job. I think that is the biggest challenge now.
Okay. So as a coach yourself, okay, how would you coach yourself through this situation?
Yes, man, it's a good question. To be honest, um, I always remind myself by that what is and the biggest reason why in order to support myself financially. because and for now that I'm not from my part-time job as a coach, I'm not supporting myself financially completely.
Mm-hmm.
So when I remind myself by my own why regarding this, I start to find out, yes, man, there's a reason why behind that. But you know what? There's something inside you telling you that I love coaching so much. And I choose to be a coach because I love that. And I do this with purpose by helping and saving others. And I want to spend a full time in coaching. And I need to be honest from coaching also to, as I cover my purpose with helping and saving others. And also I need to cover my financial income every month or whatever. So that's why I'm just trying to find a better way in order to support myself financially in that part.
Okay. So there's one element where you want to support yourself financially through this transition, whether
Mm.
that's savings or getting a part-time job, like some sort of financial way to do that, so that you can go in and make the transition to be a full-time coach.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Got yeah.
Okay. Got it. So that seems like a pretty reasonable way to go about it. So what is stopping you?
What is telling me, yes. I think that I don't have the full experience yet. How can you create my own business in that field? Because I'm new in that field, and I think experience. I have a lack of experience about that business, and I'm still learning about that, especially from my school. My school is amazing, and she provided me with all the tools and ways, but I'm still learning. I'm still at the beginning of my journey to learn more and more. And what else can I say regarding this? I think the second thing, which is time and energy, because the full time is taking, you can say, 60% from my time every day. Sometimes I told myself, well, I wish that I have not find full-time job, at least maybe is a part-time job in order to cover my financial tool or financial income. Um, I think that is the two things. Still learning, or we can say lack of knowledge or experience for some time, and also managing my time and energy between the full-time and the part-time job.
Okay. So let's just say then hypothetically you well, okay, so actually let's rewind back. So what have you done to free up your time and get the skills you need for the business?
Yes, you know what? I started to take a business coach, a business course during the school, and it was for 1 month. It was an amazing uh, business course. It really helped me a lot to learn more about that business and how can I manage my time more and focus in that area in order to increase that business. That was the first step that I did, to be honest, and it was a very positive, effective step for me. And you know what? But your urge inside you telling you that I need more. I need more than that. You know what? That feeling when I spend some time in that. For example, like today, it's a real example. When I'm staying at my work, I'm thinking about coaching and thinking about when I get back home that I have a podcast today, when I have back home that I have coaching session, when I get back home, I want to leave the work, you know that feeling? I want to leave that place and get back home to work in the thing that I love. So imagine that you're spending your time that only on the thing that you love, man. I really need that. I really want to dedicate all my time and energy in the thing that I love and not put any financial pressure on the thing that I love. That is my real need, to be honest.
Right. So there's an element of I don't want the financial pressure. I just want to spend my time doing the thing that I love, right? Like
Yes,
that's
man.
the state that I want to go into.
Yes, I don't I don't want to put any financial pressure on that. I want to enjoy.
Right. So I agree with you, and that is ultimately the vision that you want. So the question then isn't, are you clear in the vision or that you don't know what to do? It's, is it realistic for you to flip a switch and then tomorrow be in that state, or do you have to create that state?
To be honest, the thing that I'm sure about it, that and I want to reach, I don't want to put any financial pressure in that part in my life. I want to continue enjoying it because I love it so much. But to be honest, I don't have that clear vision yet. How can I do that? I'm still learning that. That's why that I need help, I need guidance, and I need support in order to reach what I want.
So do you need clarity or do you need certainty?
Certainty, it will be the best thing for me.
Okay, well, those are two different things because it's pretty clear to me when you talk, right? Like, okay, so I
Mm,
need to make sure my bills are covered, whether that's through a part-time job or I have savings. And really, I just
mm,
want to spend more time doing the thing that I love than be in banking. That's
mm.
pretty clear. There's not a lot of like lack of clarity there, right?
Yes.
What your brain is doing is it's basically saying, well, no, I need clarity, but what I really want is actually certainty,
Hmm.
i.e.,
Hmm.
can the world and the circumstances change so that I have no financial pressure and I can just easily, on a velvet carpet, step into this thing that I say that I want to do and have no financial pressures, no financial worries, and no fears whatsoever about it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So is
You're
that
fully right.
realistic for what you're trying to do?
Yes, man. I love your reflection about that and how can you articulate it with me now. It's a thing that you hit the point. That's the thing that I'm looking for.
So, in your words, how would you describe that?
Ah, how can I describe for you? I can describe for you as, you know what? I just want to wake up every morning and with that feeling that today that I'm doing the thing that I love only. I don't have to go to that full-time job and spend about 9 hours there. I want to wake up every morning, say to myself, man, you are welcome today in order to do the thing that you love only. That's the most important thing for me.
Right.
And at the same time, I don't want to have that heaviness inside me telling me that, well, that money is not there. It's not enough. That you have to work more, and you know that you give yourself that stress or pressure mentally and emotionally in order to do that, and that gave me that sometimes lack of enjoyment, and I don't want to lose that. That's why.
Okay. So you could technically quit tomorrow and spend your whole day coaching. So you could have that reality tomorrow. So
Yes, man.
what's the real issue here?
um the financial income.
Okay. So tell me more about like let's get more specific there. What about the financial income?
Financial income, because yes, let's go with you in that thing. It's so interesting. I love your question, to be honest. So what if I quit tomorrow and there will not be enough financial income in order to buy food and drink and that physical needs that I want to cover every day as a human being?
Okay. So there won't be any financial income. So of course that's going to lead to fear. Okay. So
Yes.
it's I'm scared to actually do that.
Mm. Mm.
Okay.
To be honest, that will lead to fear and worry, anxieties, and will put the pressure of the financial thing. on the thing that I love, and I will lose the joy in the other side.
Well, is that really true? Because the thing that you love is going to be the thing you're going to move towards. So it's not going to put fear and anxiety towards the thing that you love. It's going to put fear and anxiety towards something else.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what would that something else be?
The physical, the you can say the human physical needs, because the financial income that I have from my full-time job, it helped me to as a tool to cover the physical needs like food, living things, staying paid rent here because I'm not living in my country, staying here in this country, the financial stuff.
Mm-hmm. So there's very
And if
real fears about, okay, like I need to eat, I need a roof over my head, and those are valid. So
yes,
this sense of there will not be enough financial income, and that's what's producing the fear and anxiety.
mm,
So who right now or what right now gives you that financial certainty?
the full-time job for now.
Okay. So the full-time job is the one that gives you certainty, the one that gives you peace of mind that you are going to be okay financially and physically.
You can say that. Yes, you can say that. And also that can give me something else, not give me the financial pressure and the thing that I love.
Okay.
That
So
is the most important thing for me.
yes, that's fair and I understand that.
Mm.
But if you rewind a little bit, does the full-time job exist without you?
Yes, exists without me.
How so?
Because if I quit tomorrow, they will find 10 like me, something like that. I
Correct. So
mean,
the business that you work
mm,
for will replace you.
yes.
So is the job responsible for your financial stability
Mm,
or is it you?
yes. Yes, it's me, not the job.
So I know you're
My
starting to
my
recognize that right now, but I just want you to rewind back how you speak about your job. There will not be enough financial income. There's fear and anxiety around my financial needs.
mm,
The job doesn't exist without me, right? Your mentality and attitude towards the job is one where you have no power, but the job has full power. Put a different
mm,
way, you don't see yourself as the provider of your financial certainty.
mm,
That's why the job right now is on a pedestal and you're not, because it doesn't exist without you. Yet in your head,
yes.
it's like, yeah, well, they're one and the same. It's the job that gives. No, it's you. Like if you went in for the next week and performed terribly at your job would replace you.
Mm,
So right now, what you don't have, the certainty that you lack, is you're looking for circumstantial certainty, which basically means you're completely neglecting your own power to create any sort of certainty. Like no part of you said, you know what, if I go and drive an Uber for the next 3 months and rely on my savings, I'm certain that I will find enough coaching clients to make up for the difference in my finances. That's
mm,
certainty in self. And that's also
mm.
available to you tomorrow. So, what I'm hearing here is what you're lacking is self trust. So, what comes up for you when I reflect that back?
I want to thank you for that because I want to show a shift here. There's some shift here. I want to thank you for sharing that with me because I didn't see it from that perspective before, to be honest. But when you articulate that and you share it with me, your intuition is yes, it is not the job, it's about me. I am the one who works there hard, spend the time there. I'm the one, the real, the first reason why that yes, what? Yes, it is not like that. It's about my mindset, how I understand that, man. It's about me.
And what
Oh,
specifically about you?
my understanding about why that I work there or have that full-time job. And you can say with other meaning, the one, the number one, the person who responsible about that is me, not the job. And that financial income is I have it because of me at the first place. And the job is only like as a tool or a way that I spend my time there in order to provide or cover that financial income for myself. That
Correct.
thing I didn't see it in that perspective before, to be honest. I want to thank you for that.
You're very welcome. So I acknowledge you for being open minded to actually hear it. And to just
Yeah.
add to what you said, when you do transition into coaching, like coaching is the reward for what you do. Your job then becomes sales and marketing. So you do have to go to work every single day. You do have to promote yourself. You do have to get better at that job. The effectiveness of how much, like how well you do that job determines how much reward of coaching you actually get. But as somebody who's in this work for the deeper reasons, you're likely and have done coaching for free already. So that's the reward. Your job is actually marketing and sales. That's what you get paid to do. The coaching ends up being the reward.
Hmm.
So what
Absolutely,
lands for
man.
you there?
Yes, I I want to share something else. It's a lack, it's a lack of understanding my, it's a lack of understanding my own value and the time and energy that has been in that place. And that also affect me and how affect me in the other side in the part-time job. That is the insight. What can I say? That is the aha moment that I can discover here. I think that I need to reflect more on that and work on that thing more after that shift.
So tell me a
Yes,
little bit more
man.
about what you mean lacking understanding my time and value. Because I think I understand what you're saying there, but I'd like to hear from your words.
Yes, I mean that lack of understanding my own value and lack of value my own time and energy that is spent in that place, whatever it is. And because the one who doing it is me, I'm the one who provides it. And I'm the one who, the reason why that I provide that financial income for me, it is not that job. The job is only maybe is a source or something like that, but it's because of me. When I change a shift, when I change the perspective, it really helped me in order to see my own business, which is the part-time job from a different perspective. Because why that I see myself here in that way on that picture, but I'm seeing myself here in a different picture. I'm the same person. That is a point. But when you share it, your point of view or articulate that for me, it really helped me a lot in order to see the other side that I cannot see. There's something here was hidden, to be honest. That's why. That's so deep, man.
Correct. So you're very welcome. And
Mm.
you mentioned also investing in business coaching,
Mhm.
right? So you said, okay, it was a very good experience to go through that business coaching.
Mhm.
So would you say that in that business coaching, you actually have in that container the tools you need to create the business that you want?
Mhm. Yes, indeed. For that course that I took, I just finished it maybe one week back. It was a massive. It was a wonderful course, to be honest. I'm still working on that thing, and it really helped me a lot in order to build my own business in coaching. But I'm still working on that because I'm at the first step to do the thing in actions. And as I mentioned also before, it will take some time in order to build that business step by step. But the thing what the thing is different now because after that shift, I see something different here. I think that as I believe I'm doing coaching as a purpose of helping and serving others. I'm providing a service. I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling. I'm serving. So it will become in that way. That is me. That's who I am as a mental and emotional health coach. I'm providing my service to my client in order to help and serve this my client, which what he want, what she want. So I am the one who provide that service, and the financial income will come to me after providing that. But that is not the main thing. But in the other side is completely different. It's as if that you change the coin or something like that, or flip it. But when I see it as you mentioned, when I see it in that perspective, it's a completely different now.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
what's different?
The difference is the perspective the perspective itself. I was seeing myself in a different way. To be honest, I didn't see myself at all there. I didn't give myself that value that as a human being who provide the service, and I am the only person who can the reason why who responsible about that financial income. I was I was unseen there, to be honest, by myself.
Correct.
But after that shift, that I can see myself there.
So if you now look back to the beginning, to when we started
Hmm.
this,
Hmm.
do you really have a time management problem?
No,
Okay.
no, man. It's
Do
not
you
time
have a
management or even.
balance problem between balancing my full-time job and the energy of needing, like, basically what I'm saying is, like, do you have a time management problem? Do you have a balancing your energy problem? Do you have how do I navigate the transition problem? All the things you mentioned at the beginning, or do you think your problem is something else?
Yes, it is not about time management or energy management. No, it is lack of experience and knowledge. I know it will come because I'm at the beginning of my journey. It's something it will come step by step, but I didn't see that which is was holding me back, which is me, which is I didn't see myself. I was unseen. But after that thing, now I can see myself. I think that was the main blockage. I didn't see myself. And now that
Perfect.
I see that, yeah.
So, who or what would you be without this block? Like, if you lost the ability to have this block, who or what would you be?
I think I think from now I changed the perspective now. The thing is completely different. I think the energy and the time that I would spend even in my job and even and spend with myself would be more effective with different mindset because both of my coaching is perspective coaching, and I love your way that you help me to see a different perspective. It seems you took me in that, I don't know, man. You took me in a different, you took me as a in different corner from my situation, and you helped me to see something that I didn't see before. And that thing, I was very searching about it.
So, I mean, again,
Was
thank you for that. So, basically, I'm inviting you to now go deeper, right?
mm,
You have a perspective shift. You've
yes,
seen a blind spot.
yes.
But if you tune in right now, like, who are you beyond? So, the head trash bit that we identified here was basically I didn't see myself valuable enough to provide my own financial income. I didn't
Mm,
understand my own time and value. I'm lacking self-trust to create the certainty of income. Basically, it's the inner limit here was self-trust. So if you lost the ability to doubt yourself, who or what would you be?
I imagine myself that, to be honest, I imagine myself that I'm enjoying my full-time job now.
Okay. So tell me more about that.
Uh, Waking up every day, every morning, that more happy than before. And don't think about any financial pressure because I already have my own business in coaching, helping and serving others, enjoy my time, helping my clients, helping people around me, having my up and downs, have my own. I don't. Life is not perfect, but at least that I don't have that financial pressure on me. It's I see myself clearly now. I hear myself. I love what I do, and yes, my life is it's amazing, man.
Okay. So what would you
Mm.
create without those limits?
Without those limits,
Correct.
I yes, I will be in the place that I would love to be, which is being a full-time job coach. And that is the thing that I'm looking for so deeply, man. And without that heaviness that came to my shoulder every day, thinking about the financial income or something like that, and enjoying my time more and by the thing that I love. That's the thing.
Okay.
You know what? It's a big thing when you are doing the thing that you love every day, and that thing which is that is your own job, that's your own business, that's everything for you. It's a big difference. My
100%.
my life will be completely different, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. Yes, it would be a great impact for me.
Yeah. So 100%. And that's a beautiful vision. So a decision stands in front of you now. Like you've had a perspective shift. You know where you want to go. You know which part of yourself you have to overcome. So what's a decision that you have to make to get there?
Yes, I'm so excited with that. Yes, I I have to acknowledge that is human responsible about doing any effort to any job, whatever it is, a full-time or part-time job. I need to see myself more and hear myself more. And it's about me. It is not about the time management or energy management. So the big massive decision for me now that I'm deciding it is not a decision. It's an action now. To
Correct.
to Yes, in action now. I see myself now. I
And what
didn't see
actions
myself
would
before.
that be?
It's that action, it will be a mental action, will lead me to a physical action.
Okay.
That
So
meant that
let's just assume you took the mental actions today. What are the
mhm.
physical actions?
The physical action will be later quitting my job and working my full-time job as a coach.
Well, that's the result. But what's the next action?
Next action after the mental action.
So is there
Um,
such a thing as a mental action? Like show me a mental action.
Mental action that I saw myself.
So and this could just be different words that we use, but to me that's a perspective. That's a shift. That's
Mhm,
an inner
mhm.
viewpoint that's changed. What's an action?
We can say the mental action that yes, it's a different perspective and building a new seed from mindset that I didn't have the experience before about that. You can say it's a new mindset seed that I will put there.
Correct. And does the seed
Okay.
grow
hmm I want to
without
water it.
movement?
Yes, that's the point. I'm looking for the action, the water, which is making it to move.
Okay. So what would be the next action for that?
I think the next action I want to focus more in myself there and give myself the appreciation and the value as a human being in that full-time job because I saw myself and have that mindset now. And the result will help me in order to build more or work more in my part-time job, which is the coaching business. I think yes, it's clear now. It will be in
Okay.
that step
How?
mentally and physically.
So give me the
Yes.
details. How is that going to help you?
Yes, that's gonna help me to because the mindset is different now. I imagine myself that if I'm using that mindset and making action that, you know what, I can see something here also that I want to share with you now after seeing that thing. I'm seeing myself that in action. Why not that I can, for example, that I can sit with my operation manager or even my manager there and I can provide my coaching. And why not that I can start by making maybe a small workshop or something like that? Because I'm not working as a coach there, I'm working as a banker. I can provide my own service and it will be the first small action that I can provide my coaching there. And who knows, maybe by a small workshop, it will lead me to, who knows, maybe I can work in a corporate or something like that. Why not? Yes.
Why not? Okay. So that right there, this is by far your biggest gap. Okay.
hmm
You're so used to being inside of your comfort zone and you're so smart and used to solving problems with your head, right? Especially very
hmm
common with bankers, that it becomes extremely hard for you to see yourself outside of that. So you started this call by basically saying, okay, so my problems are really energy and time and balance problems. Very
hmm
quickly, you realize, well, they're actually self trust problems. I don't actually trust myself to create a replacement income. I don't value myself enough to replace that income. And I'm viewing everything from a disempowered lens that the job is more powerful than me. Okay, so you
hmm
had a shift there, and that's great. And then when I asked you, okay, so if these limits didn't exist, what would you want? Well, I would create the ultimate business. And I said, how? It took 3 to 4 times for me to ask you the same question for you to finally realize that action is the thing that I was like, well, no, I have a different mindset. That's the seed that I need. I would value myself differently. These things all sound beautiful and they're all correct, but they get you nowhere closer to what it is that you actually want. This is why you don't feel and default to certainty for
Mhm.
yourself to create the life that you want. It's because your subconscious has no evidence that you're going to follow through, right?
Mhm.
When presented with a hypothetical of like, okay, so these limits are gone and you have awareness of them now. I wouldn't say that they're eliminated, but you have awareness of them. Hypothetically, if they were gone, what would you do? You immediately defaulted to, well, essentially, I would think more, I would mindset more, I would be more. It only took a whole bunch of pressure and questions for you to be like, oh, wait, I could actually take some actions here.
Mhm. Yes.
This is the biggest gap, the biggest time waster, the biggest energy waster. It's Doe's self trust. And you now have the evidence of why your subconscious doesn't trust you. Because
Mhm.
action, like you have to like dig it out of you. Okay.
Mhm.
So what lands for you there?
The challenge.
So what's the challenge? What do you mean by that?
You were challenging me, and I love that. I'm not challenging myself enough.
Correct, because
I'm
you're
not
very
challenging myself enough
comfortable where you're at, and nobody's saying that you have to go through an uncomfortable time. Like listen, like quitting your job tomorrow. I said those hypothetically because they cut right to the chase. Nobody says you have to do that. I think there's safer, better, smoother ways to do it than quitting your job tomorrow. But
Mhm.
if you see it like this is an inner limit diagnosis, how much you default to saying the right things yet never exercising the courage and the discomfort to actually go beyond them. That's the real
Mhm.
biggest gap. That's going to determine how long you remain in this job, how much money you end up making in coaching, because this is all going to come up when you have to start charging for your value,
Mhm.
and how quickly and powerfully you make this transition.
Mhm.
So, what lands for you there?
Yes, that is the thing. To be honest, sometimes that I spend too much time in order to do the action that I want to do, in order to do the thing that I love. And what I found out now, sometimes I feel like there's some limiting, not limiting belief, but some, how can I say it in a different way? It is not about job. It's not about the full time. It is not about coaching. It's about me at the beginning and at the end. And how can I see it from a different perspective? And how can I build that kind of mindset in order to do the thing that I love? And how can I challenge myself enough in order to go out from my, as you said, from uncomfortable zone and face my fears and do the action that I really want to do. Why that thing happening now during the session, and by creating that kind of mindset, I want to thank you for that. And it's a big deep thing that when you sometimes you feel like not feeling like you are wasting your time and energy in something because you're afraid to do something that you love, because you are loving staying there in that comfortable way. But I'm,
Correct.
t- I'm telling myself now that enough, man, enough spending your time there. Let's challenge yourself more and do the action step. And yes,
Absolutely.
I want to work on that, man. Yes, That is my point of view now. It's I think it's more clear and more certain now regarding this.
Beautiful. Well, I think
Yes.
as much as I would love to be able to solve all of those things for you, at the end of the day, we can only diagnose in this container. So yeah, in that case, does this feel, at least for today, like does this feel complete for you, or is there still something left outstanding?
Man, I want to thank you so much for that. Your coaching is amazing, to be honest. The way that you asking this kind of powerful questions, and I love the way that you share your own intuition and your own articulation and mirror me back what I'm saying in a different way. And how can I see things from different perspective? It really helped me a lot to see things that I never see in my life. I think I'm grateful to have this coaching session with you in order to see that thing and building that new seed of mindset. Your challenging way is amazing. I love that. I needed that, to be honest. I really love that session. And I think I never expect that. For us, for us as a coaches, you know what? When you have a coaching session with your own client and your client doesn't expect anything, but for me, I never expect that, to be honest. And the aha moment that I received and the shift that I received from that coaching is a big thing for me. I really appreciate that. And I thank you so much for that.
Beautiful. Well, you're very welcome, and acknowledge you for being open to receive that, because I know I'm not for everybody as far as holding a bright mirror to people. So kudos to you. Yeah, so you want to just close us off and let everybody know where to find you and who's the best person to find you.
Yes, you can find me in social media, especially on Instagram. My Instagram is Wael Saeed Coaching. And also I have my own platform in Facebook, Wael Saeed, and also you can find me in LinkedIn and account Wael Saeed. And yes, that's who I am, and want to thank you so much for having me today.
You're very welcome. And yeah, we'll include all of that in the show notes as always. So, well, thank you very much for coming on, and for everybody else listening. We'll see you on the next one.